Imagine being the undisputed greatest athlete in your sport. You're completely undefeated, a literal living legend. But this year, as you step up to defend your crown, you find out your biggest opponent isn't a human stomach, and it's not some younger, hungrier rival either. It's a legal probation officer. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a story that is absolutely lighting up social media right now. We're talking about Joey "Jaws" Chestnut, and an off-the-field drama so bizarre, if you pitched it to a Hollywood writer, they'd probably throw it out for being way too unrealistic. Because think about it. When we hear about sports stars on probation, our minds usually go straight to things like late-night drag racing or scuffles outside a nightclub. We don't typically associate court orders with a guy who eats encased meats for a living. So what on earth did Joey Chestnut do to warrant this? Did he violate a salad mandate? Well, no, not quite. But to really understand how the greatest competitive eater in human history ended up navigating legally binding restrictions, we've got to look at the crazy intersection of corporate sponsorships and the cutthroat business of eating on television.
Which brings us to Section 1, the unlikely probation, the independent defense.
To wrap our heads around this, we first have to realize that Joey is attempting a really high-profile independent title defense this year, completely separated from his usual platform. See, the organization that used to host him is Major League Eating, or MLE for short. Now, people often don't realize just how seriously this league operates. They are a highly protective organization. They treat the 4th of July hot dog eating contest the exact same way the NFL treats the Super Bowl. It's a massive, rigidly structured corporate enterprise. And Joey Chestnut, he was their undisputed crown jewel. The key word there being was, right up until a massive rift tore the sport entirely apart.
So let's get into Section 2, the Great Hot Dog War, the banning of a king.
This is where the drama truly kicks off. The whole clash ignited when Joey signed a massive endorsement deal with Impossible Foods. You know, the company famous for its plant-based, vegan hot dogs. Well, MLE has a very strict exclusivity clause with Nathan's famous hot dogs, who obviously serve traditional beef. So, inside the league, this was viewed as the ultimate betrayal. The hot dog king essentially going vegan, well, corporate vegan anyway. MLE basically gave him a harsh ultimatum. They said you can't promote a rival hot dog and still compete in our official event. Joey flat out refused to back down, the partnership completely imploded, and just like that, he was banned. But you guys, the fallout definitely didn't stop there.
Moving right along to Section 3, strict legal boundaries, the probation terms.
Alternative sports networks basically tripped over themselves trying to host Joey. But separating from a massive corporate entity, yeah, it's not that easy. The sheer microscopic level of control these corporate lawyers exerted is absolutely wild. When he actually split from MLE, a flood of breach of contract lawsuits and injunctions hit the desk. To even allow his independent broadcast to happen without a judge shutting it down, Joey had to agree to these hyper-specific, court-monitored probation terms. Check this out. He is legally banned from using any branding, terminology, or imagery from his past 16 titles. He literally cannot say the words official world championship, and it gets crazier. He's even banned from using yellow and green paper plates or mentioning the specific timestamp structures used by his former league.
So naturally, mainstream media and TikTok have started calling these the Voldemort rules. He basically has to treat his own 16-time championship legacy like he who must not be named. It's like he's walking on eggshells. If someone accidentally hands him the wrong brand of mustard, or if he just slips up and uses a forbidden phrase out of habit, he risks triggering massive financial penalties. It functions exactly like a probation violation. It could potentially halt a multi-million-dollar sports broadcast right dead in the middle of the stream.
All right, Section 4, Anatomy meets Legalese, the physical strain.
This right here brings us to the actual climax of our story. Because you have to remember, competitive eating isn't just a physical strain, it is a profoundly intense mental game. While the average person eats, 2 or 3 hot dogs at a summer barbecue, Joey Chestnut is consuming over 70 hot dogs and buns within a brutal, high-speed, 10-minute window. Just to put that into perspective, that intake equates to roughly 20,000 calories in 10 minutes. The biological toll of this is just staggering. We're talking severe sodium spikes, extreme physical exhaustion, a soaring heart rate, and of course, the infamous meat sweats.
Visually, the human stomach just isn't designed for this kind of volume. During the event, his stomach actually stretches to over 4 times its normal resting size.
So the really crucial point here is this. The sheer volume of that food causes severe internal displacement. His expanding stomach literally forces his other internal organs to shift out of the way, pressing incredibly hard against his liver and his lungs, Honestly, it's a wonder he can even breathe. Now put yourself in his shoes. Imagine you are Joey Chestnut. You are on your 60-second hot dog. Your blood pressure is absolutely through the roof. Your lungs are compressed, and amidst all of this intense physical agony, your legal team is sitting in the front row, just sweating bullets. You have to consciously remember, in that state of absolute delirium, not to look at a camera and utter a trademarked slogan. One single slip of the tongue under extreme physical distress, and boom, he's in contempt of court.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 5, the Internet's outlaw hero, Internet populism.
This bizarre tightrope walk has turned into a massive cultural phenomenon. You've got mainstream networks like ESPN analyzing his probation terms with the same seriousness as an NBA salary cap. Meanwhile, across the US, this massive wave of internet populism has rallied right behind him. Fans on TikTok and X are leaving comments like, "Let the man eat in peace," and, my personal favorite, "Joey Chestnut is fighting for our constitutional right to overeat." The internet has collectively decided that corporate entities restricting what hot dog a man can eat is it's absolute peak corporate greed.
So what MLE essentially did here was trigger a massive Streisand effect. By trying to censor him and trap his title defense in all this legal red tape, their plan completely backfired. They inadvertently turned Joey into a cultural symbol. He is now literally the outlaw of competitive eating. And because of the drama surrounding his probation, his independent streaming numbers are projected to absolutely crush the traditional TV broadcast. Advertisers are realizing that this whole legal spectacle makes the event 10 times more fascinating than the actual eating competition ever was on its own. Fans clearly don't care about the corporate logo on the banner, they just care about the talent and the spectacle of it all.
As we witness this massive shift, where individual athletes start holding more cultural power than the institutional leagues they once played for, it leaves us with a whole lot to think about. Whether Joey successfully navigates these insane physical and legal boundaries, or whether the pressure causes a massive slip-up, one thing's for sure, he has forever cemented his place in internet lore. So, what do you think? Is Joey right to break away from the corporate leagues and test the waters of true independence? Or did he maybe fly a little too close to the sun this time? That's all for today's Explainer. Keep your eyes on the broadcast, and hey, never underestimate the power of a man and his hot dog.